We are here as representatives of the Oil Theft Committee of the House of Representatives, which was constituted to look at the issue of oil theft and the environmental impact of it, as well as the implication it has on our economy, with a view to finding remedies, to the challenges in the oil and gas industry. We have made some publications in the past with respect to invitation of stakeholders and the rest of it. Today, we are here to inform members of the public of the public hearing that is coming up next week from 10th Wednesday to Friday, the 12th of March. That is next week. The essence of this briefing is to remind stakeholders that we have collective responsibility in discharging the duties of this committee. The responsibilities include providing the necessary information as requested in our previous advertorials. Stakeholders all the way from IOCs to our local oil prospecting companies, agencies of government, as well as the oil prospecting communities and other interested members of the public, including civil society organizations and their development partners who may be interested in contributing towards sanitizing the oil and gas industry and ensuring transparency in the oil and gas industry for the purpose of making Nigeria to benefit more from the oil prospecting activities in the country. We also want to use this opportunity to make a special call on oil prospecting communities. The issues are, they range from oil theft activities to the implication of such activities in the communities. Therefore, it is the community people that are in the best position to come to the public hearing and let us know and let Nigerians know how much impact their communities suffer from oil prospecting activities, particularly the illegal activity aspect of it, and also to come up with recommendation on how those challenges can be remediated. In addition to that, we would like to remind the public of the mandate of this committee, one of which is to determine the quantity of oil sold on daily basis, within the space of time that we are investigating, as well as the parties that are, responsible, and to ascertain the level of ecological damages, resulting from, oil theft activities, and thereafter to recommend remedies, to the House and subsequently to the relevant government agencies to ensure that those negative impacts are mitigated, and then the communities are protected, and then the Nigerian economy earns better from the activity of oil prospecting in the country. We are to also notify the CEOs of the agencies that have been invited, including the oil companies, to ensure that they come here promptly to attend the public hearing beginning from Wednesday to Friday, and to also ensure that the CEOs attend in person as stipulated in our law books. The committee derives its authority from the Constitution and the standing orders of the House of Representatives. As a result of that, any violation or any attempt to frustrate the activities of the committee, will be directly, going against the Constitution of the land and also the standing orders of the House of Representatives. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Is there any question? No.
Okay. I need to talk about daily production.
Your name, your picture.
ascertain what facilities they have, because we've been hearing that Nigerian government and the regulatory agencies, they don't have the facilities.
The mandates of the committee is to determine daily production, in addition to what I mentioned earlier on. And now to determine daily production, it is incumbent on the committee to visit even production facilities. So it's going to take us all the way from production, to flow station and to export terminals where crude is exported, to look at the whole gamut of activities that take place in those spaces, whether they are in conformity with the laws and global practices, and whether some changes are necessary, and then how to go about bringing about such changes. So obviously we're going to go the full haul to make sure that every aspect of oil production as well as export and whatever is properly telescoped. If you go to the clinic and the doctor attends to you, applies remedy, and you are not totally cured, will that stop you from going back to the clinic? The best thing to do is to repeat it again, and that is exactly what we are doing. We have discovered gaps, and those gaps must be taken care of. That is the necessity, for this, phase of the exercise. And I can assure you that this will not be the last. It's a continuous process. So long as we have oil and gas activities in this country, there will be necessity for this kind of investigation. For your information, it is not aimed at throwing people into the prison. It is aimed at correcting what is not right, to right the wrongs and make sure that we get more from oil activities. You understand that? I would actually prefer to call it oil losses, right? Which is a broader term, to actually encompass everything that happened that shouldn't be happening, and it happens at all levels, from the wellhead, through pipeline to the flow station, from flow station to the terminal, all through pipe. There are pipes all over. So the entire transportation process is subject to, leakages, and so those aspects must also be looked at.